Let's talk. You can see from the title, and you'll know now, that it's Streets Won't Forget. I asked everyone to put their top 6 Streets Won't Forget players together. So this is more of a, not we all agree on the top 6, but here each individual's top 6. We all come in many different shapes, sizes, ages across the table. So it'd be interesting to hear everyone's list and where the crossovers happen and where they don't happen, and the arguments, the debates. I'm sure there'll be a couple of those too. Who are you saying?
I was going to say, before we go, like, for the audience that might not know, you know what I mean, because it's a terminology now. I mean,
What's the...
forget? Yeah. Shall we let them know?
Let them know.
Or everyone give their kind of maybe definition of Streets Won't Forget.
I agree with that.
My definition of this is, I feel personally it's got to be an attacker. Because I feel like the streets are thinking of people going forward. It's not really a defender's category for me. I think it's attackers. I think it's people that have probably had a season or two. They're not legends. They're not icons necessarily. They're borderline cult heroes, I think, for medium to smaller clubs in the league. And I think that on their day type players, like on their day, they could go into a top team and they could run things or whatever, but they didn't have enough of those days often enough to.
Do you think it can't be a defender?
That's the only thing.
There's two things he said. So one, it definitely can be a defender. Yeah. It's just an offensive defender.
Mad. Okay.
Someone who plays the game.
Yeah.
Someone who plays the game with poise, grace.
Can't be Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, it can't be.
Does anyone here have a defender in their top 6 first?
No, after all that. I had one in my honourable
mentions. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
yeah, I feel like it could be an icon, because I think as well it's a player where when you say the name, everyone will go, yeah. And it's like not necessarily like a great who's hit the numbers, won the trophies, someone who we probably just admired from afar. Whether he played for a lesser team, but you watch Match of the Day or whatever you watch and you go, yeah, he's a baller, but no one ever really took a punt on him or whatever like that. But there's so many, I'm sure the list is going to fill up some memories.
I don't disagree with that, but again, when we talk Streets Won't Forget football general, Ronaldinho's off a mention, and Ronaldinho hit the highest of highs. Yeah. You know, he's one of the...
I tried to
you can make an argument.
So I think there's a blend.
I didn't want to go like someone who was too good.
I get you.
Do you know what I think it's disrespectful to them of us, like a little bit.
I think
but sometimes you have to though.
No, but if it's someone too good, then Matisse's category about someone who's only done it for a season or two, because that's the beauty of it. He was just there and he came. He came in and
came out. Because it's like the street. Everyone else forgets, but the streets won't forget.
Okay, let me get this in now because it's part of my list. Yeah, since we're talking rules and the way we're looking at it, not rules. Everyone's different. Can a player that's a Premier League legend have a stint at a club that is a Streets Won't Forget stint? Because I've got one player in mind here. Yes, you can.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm with you. That's
because I think it's stints that I'm looking at. I'm looking at stints.
It's memorable moments. It's
listen. The chat's going to. The comments will address it, won't they? And what they think. But I just think let's just roll with it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Who wants to go first? I
got one that I just got to lay down.
Are you going from 6 to 1? Because when someone starts, they're going to finish. That's how we're doing these.
Oh, is it? I thought we do all our 6s, all our 5s.
I haven't even ranked it.
No, right, but let's just quickly do a ranking ahead.
I mean, that was part of the remit.
Okay, right.
And I did say I docked 3 points on the Big 6.
Relax. This is not the main show. Man, I've been rocking up to about 20 minutes late.
Shaking hands on the mob.
Docking points.
Let's get it cooking.
Man, I'm going to talk about docking points.
Let's run those deductions, bro.
Run it.
All right, for my 6th spot, then I'm going to go Roque Santa Cruz, 0708, Blackburn.
Yes.
I just, this is early days, obviously, for me, football-wise, in terms of like following religiously week in, week out, because before that I was more of a casual. But this guy,
we signed him on the back of that season.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. And I remember him going to City as well. And he was part of that like new quartet of strikers that they were trying to invest in. Stephen Ireland, Richard Dunn, Shay Given days. They were trying to move into this new era. But what he was doing at Blackburn, I just remember big goals, man. I remember when you come up against Blackburn, if this guy is in the box, them headers that he would have, them crosses coming in, the headers, Man United, I think he scored against you quite a few times. I think he put up 19 goals in that season.
Bro, he was cold.
Was it Pedersen on the left?
Morton Garth.
Maybe
Morton
David
Garth.
Bentley was in this Blackburn team as well.
Morton Gams Pedersen.
Benny McCarthy.
Actually, another street.
Yeah.
Benny McCarthy.
Christopher Samba,
those.
Benny McCarthy. Yeah,
Yeah, this
the
is a
kind
good
of
team.
Yeah.
One of your, what's the Turkish brother?
Brad
called?
Friedel.
Two guys.
Yeah,
Two
midfield. Yeah. Brad Friedel. So that was a lovely Blackburn team. Was it managed by Mark Hughes, I believe, isn't it?
I believe so.
I believe so. Yeah,
Yes,
they had
yes.
good finishes, 7th, 8th place finishes, mid-table.
What happened to Mark Hughes as a manager?
Was that Bradford?
He went to City.
Last year.
City, and then that was
City.
City,
Now
then he
Bradford.
went-
I know he's at Bradford.
Yeah.
Then he went Villa.
Carlisle, he went to
Then he went
Carlisle.
Villa. Then he
Yeah,
went
yeah,
Fulham
Carlisle,
as well.
Stoke as well.
He went Fulham as well.
Bit of a journey
I-
manager.
And I feel like Roque Santa Cruz had an aura to him. Is that, I don't know.
He's still playing, by the way.
Yeah.
Still playing?
Oh, who's he playing for?
He's some mad team. He's still playing.
Yeah, he's like
That's
44 now.
still playing.
44.
Nuts. I didn't know that.
He's still playing. I seen him the other day. Come up. He's still playing.
That's
But you know the aura in it.
Yeah, I feel like there was an aura to him, man.
Like he was a handsome FR in it as well, man. Like you
Paraguayan.
like aura, yeah,
Just didn't have
Paraguayan.
the aura for
He
us.
looked like one of them.
Injuries killed him at
Come out of
City.
a Western
man.
movie.
No, but,
Yeah.
but that's fair. I think this is where the age crossover happens as well because his name came up in my thoughts, but not.
Not enough for me. Yeah, he wasn't enough. Like he was quality at Blackburn, but did he ever step up at Man City?
Never.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
The Blackburn stint is the one I'm going with, not the City one.
Yeah.
And if you looked at his career before, I think he was at Bayern Munich,
Bayern,
etc.
yeah.
If you looked at his career before that, he was always that Blackburn season was like whoa, and that's when I think Mark Hughes just knew him from there and just thought, I'll take him to City, but he was just never the same player. But he was.
I feel like he's
that
very
season
much
at Blackburn.
Premier League
was
years
bang
kind
on.
of vibe to him. I think when I think of Roque Santa Cruz, I think of that Premier League kind of golden era. So I just,
You might have mentioned my 6th place already.
Oh,
I know you're gonna say he's in
Gams
my
Pedersen.
list, but he's not under
Huh?
6.
Who Gams Pedersen?
No.
Oh, well,
My brother.
my brother, yeah, two guy.
Two guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
come on, man.
I had to get one in here,
Rockets,
man.
man. The Rockets.
I had to get one in here, yeah.
Come on,
And
man. Yeah,
Listen,
Turkish
he didn't
heritage.
score much, but when he scored
Bangers.
it's a
bangers.
banger.
And that's part of Streets won't forget because, we know him for volleys. We know him from outside the box goals. We know him for that. And he had a long stint here. I think he retired at Blackburn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he had a long stint, scored bangers, moments, and I tried my listen. Muzzy is it at Leicester? Do you remember?
Muzzy is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
I
I was
remember as
deliberating
well.
between the two to let me get one in there.
Was he at Fenerbahce as well?
Who?
Two guy.
I
I
think
don't know
so.
where he started, to be honest with you.
Baller.
I don't know where he
Absolute
started, but-
playmaker. Like original playmaker. Long hair, flowing, like, one of those ones like just spraying the ball left, right, and center, vision galore. Just,
Like the
technical.
Turkish Perlo.
Yeah, Perlo.
He pissed.
could say that.
I could say that.
He pissed me off. I remember there was a game. I think it was 2007, 2008. We lost there 1-0, and he scored an absolute screamer.
yeah.
man.
Didn't want to get us as well.
Screamer.
Was it that
Yeah.
first time shot without a touch? That one?
I can't even remember.
There was
It
one, he just first time comes across him, bang.
Ewood Park, man. I miss it.
Blackburn have a few of these
Yeah,
streets
they
off
did.
Bro.
players in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Because us two have a six.
love
players
They had a bit of
come
money
up,
those days, didn't it? Remember? It's
More-
still
yeah.
around that
Another one,
era
yeah.
period.
They had Benny McCarthy play for them as well, and he slapped in goals.
Do you remember in South Africa how much people talk about
Super
Benny
played for
McCarthy?
them, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
didn't
For a
work
bit,
out.
no.
But yeah. He did. They
Nah,
had a few.
proper midfielder, man. Like someone who just had that charisma. You get me? You could, his presence on the football pitch. You could feel it,
He's
bro.
quite a stocky guy as well.
Yeah,
He was
bro.
on
He
it,
was
yeah,
one of
yeah,
them,
he was on
like, you see, like
Not the tallest.
Gattuso and these guys.
Yeah.
They're so animated on the football pitch. He gives like blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I remember from him, man. What a player, honestly.
Yeah, that's my 6th.
I like that.
My 6, I go with 6, is just had to put him in there because even though he's a household name type of, he only had 1 or 2 seasons at the streets won't forget level, and that's Phil Coutinho. Had to bring in a Liverpool player. Now,
He went in early.
no, but he didn't win anything majorly with Liverpool. He was not in a dominant side. He wasn't in a great side. But at one season where he was playing
13,
in that
14.
13, 14, where he's like,
Smoke.
just before he went to Barca,
Yes.
he was on
17,
smoke that
18,
season.
that
Yeah,
season.
sorry. Yeah. It was like it was a joy to watch, and that goal he scored at Old Trafford. Do you remember? where it
Yeah,
was-
David Hayes.
Yeah.
Would you say he's a
Diminutive-
streets won't forget footballer, guys? Like, I don't know, man.
He never came up in my thoughts.
He didn't come up in mine as
Like,
well. But
interesting
I get why you're saying that for Liverpool, because I think when you look at Liverpool's players, outside of Firmino, maybe they probably haven't had flary
Yeah,
type players.
yeah.
Coutinho was
I get what
flair,
you're trying to
he'd
say.
get a goal, he just pop out of nowhere. But he wouldn't be in my thoughts as well, because it's like Coutinho was always a good player, but he was never. I think it was only that period
But that's
where
what I
he
mean. he didn't do nothing for the most of his career. Like
You know what it
Inter
is?
Milan, but that season, like behind Salah and Bobby, like we played him in Europe. Like we were trouncing teams 7-9-0, and it was full Coutinho show. It's just that one season Klopp played him as a 10 behind the three main boys. Yeah. And it was just magical to watch.
Do you know what my logic is as to why I probably didn't pick him? Is because I feel like he was on such a big platform. He doesn't have the streets won't forget tag because he's bait.
Yeah.
I feel like streets won't forget.
The fee he went for as well.
They
He
can't
was
be
brilliant at the
bait.
time.
No, I also agree for a Liverpool fan. he
Yeah,
probably
I couldn't
is.
think of any Liverpool players really apart from him because they don't have, like you said, many flair players. Like I can't say Dirk Cow, I can't say Ryan Babel. So
Bobby,
I'm
though, you can say
struggling.
Bobby.
He's there for me now.
Yeah,
Bobby, but again, he's too bait. I feel like
Yeah, Bobby,
I feel like
we know.
they're more underground artists.
yeah.
Kind of
This is
players
the whole
I'm
point
thinking
of
of.
this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
But I just thought Coutinho, because you know when you said you didn't win nothing,
Yeah.
wasn't part of a major side, and only done it for a season. It was that season.
Was he?
Yeah.
No, he must have done it for more than a season.
But
Well,
at that
13-14 was his best season,
The shit
wasn't
that
it?
he was doing that season was not
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13-14
I
was-
think there's a football club in the streets won't forget that is more popular
Easily,
than anyone.
easily.
And then there's
So
a
we said at the same time.
and there's a manager as well.
Oh, Harry Redknapp.
No,
No,
Bolton Wanderers, Sam Allardyce.
Some other
Yeah.
My first pick. It's not the obvious one. You're all going to take. You're all going to talk.
I know you're going to say.
Giannakopoulos?
You're all going to say. You're all going to say the Nigerian. JJ. I'm not going to go
He
JJ.
can't be sick. I wouldn't have said that because he can't be sick.
No, do you know what I'm going to go with? Yuri Djorkaeff.
Really?
Nah, he's got
Yuri
bangers as well, though.
Djorkaeff was France international. All of a sudden, signs for Bolton Wanderers. If you watched him play, he was just class. No pace, no power, just brain speed. Just didn't need the pace, didn't need the power. Premier League's going to be too fast for him. Nah, not Yuri Djorkaeff. Watching him, he was just class.
Because he came in quite late in his career, didn't he? Like, when
Yeah, he
was-
come late
Did he
in.
come in from Bordeaux?
No, I think
Nah,
he came in
nah.
from Inter, was it?
No, Djokovic came from
Might have been,
Inter.
yeah. Inter Milan.
No. He had moved.
sure he was
From
at Bordeaux.
Inter, he was because I love
PSG.
Serie A 90s. Inter, he left Inter like 99.
He's right winger, isn't it?
He
No,
played
no.
Like
He
he played
played
attacking
cross, bro.
midfield.
Left.
10.
Yeah.
8, 10.
Yeah.
I didn't rate him like that.
No, I did. I remember watching him thinking, how the fuck
Were you doing a
Yuri
Bolton?
Djorkaeff playing for Bolton?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is
I can't
mad.
remember
This
if
is
I had to
mad.
deceive. He basically was very similar to the modern day, like Dimitri Payet type player.
That's
You know
good.
what I'm saying? No,
Payet
but
was
Dimitri
good.
Payet
Payet
was
was
good.
quality.
Bro, you
Payet
mad?
was
Payet was
probably
quality.
in someone's list, probably.
Yeah, he did. Well, you didn't
Yeah.
believe.
What do you can't
That was
believe?
good. Yours?
But everyone associates the Bolton with JJ.
Yeah.
He'll be
Yuri
definitely on
deserves
this.
his-
Oh,
you
they
know
had
what I
a
mean?
few.
No. You see, when I was doing my sixth, it was out of these two because what they're known for is they didn't score much, but they scored bangers.
Do you know who
Okay,
was in
like
my-
that
How
as
about
well.
that centre back, man? You could put him like, you don't need to talk about defenders, the Bolton centre back. The Spanish.
Campo. Campo?
Don't forget
And
Campos.
Herrera,
Yeah,
Piero,
Spanish.
Campo, Okocha, Giannakopoulos, they
Yeah.
had Bar.
They had a
Yardel
Nelka as well.
Yardel was 40 stone when he turned up at Bolton.
Had a Nelka and they had
And
a-
And they had that guy,
And
was it
Gastelum
Gardner?
goal.
Yeah.
they had just
Ricardo
last
Gardner.
Ricardo
Right.
Gardner was a
El
bad man.
Diouf.
Yeah.
Wait,
Mate,
this
I-
is a team, you
El
know.
Diouf.
El Diouf.
I said
Yeah.
Allardyce flipped. That
They
was
got-
I think that was
they
a
played
big
good
life
football,
crisis
you know.
for him.
They
you know?
played
They
good
had
football.
Because he went mad at that little
Yeah.
They
time.
played good football.
They
Went to
had,
Europe, man.
yeah, they were placing in like
Fifth,
sixth, seventh for like 2-3
Yeah,
seasons
yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah.
That's why he made his real name, Allardyce.
Yeah.
Stelios.
That was Allardyce's fault.
Giannakopoulos, yeah.
Giannakopoulos.
So
Yeah.
we-
How about Kevin Nolan?
Yeah.
He just
Alright.
he was
Kevin
a
Davis.
meat. He was
Nah,
a
he done his job though. He done his
FPL,
job.
FPL.
Oh no, I'm getting it confused.
Kevin
Kevin
Davis.
Davis. Kevin Nolan was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Nolan
At
was a
Bolton,
bad
Kevin
boy.
Nolan was a bad boy.
FPL king.
They
Bad
had
boy.
Yeah, well.
Goodney Burson. Ida Good Johnson played there.
Yeah.
You know, Bolton Wanderers, they had some team back in the day. Like you say, Sam Allardyce, underrated.
I'm gonna go with a particular striker had like a trademark celebration. Don't know if you remember this.
Michu.
It's on my
man.
list as well.
Like for
It's not
me, I
mine,
can't lie,
not
man.
mine.
He's in there.
No,
He's
I
in
hear
there.
it.
Like,
I hear it
What
though.
you
no,
achieved.
bro.
Yeah,
When you look at
No, I hear it.
streets
What
won't
you
forget
achieved.
like that season, what you did, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
unbelievable.
for Swansea. Like unbelievable
Unreal.
season. Led them to a Carabao Cup as well. They won it against Bradford as well. Like like he came out of nowhere. I never knew about this guy. Come out of nowhere. Scored it against QPR. Was it QPR? I think they won 5-0 that day. I was like, who's this striker, bro?
And his goals, the way he
Yeah, the
finished.
goals
The
were
finishes
finishes.
were
Yeah.
crazy.
Like
Stroke the
ridiculous,
top
man. Left
bins
foot, bang. I was like, yo, who is this guy, man? And that season, yeah, because obviously he fell off the next season, but you remember that season
100.
for a good team. Brendan Rodgers they had that guy on the right hand side. What was his name?
They had
Routledge.
Routledge.
had
They had another guy as well.
They had Dyer,
Sinclair,
Yeah,
Routledge on the wing.
Very, very good team.
Joe
man.
Allen.
I just thought that whole
We
team
Joe
was
Allen?
special. Yeah, that whole team was special.
We-
And he came in, and I was like, whoa, this striker's a bagsman, man. Top clubs might be looking for him, but then, yeah. the
He's
next
one of
season
those
fell off.
guys that you thought, okay, he scored this week. No problem. He won't score next week. Okay, he scored this week. He won't
Yeah.
score next week.
I think
Every
Arsenal
week,
scored with him at the time
every
as
week
well.
it'll be
Yeah,
Mitchell on the
every
score.
week, bro.
Did he get a call up to Spain?
He did.
Yeah,
He
on the
did.
back of that.
I think he was.
Got
next
called to Spain, and I just thought that season was a special
Haaland
season.
mentioned Michu as well.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And that's
Haaland said
Haaland,
growing
bro.
up, he saw
Michu,
like,
yeah.
Michu
Bro,
that
you
season
see what I
was-
mean? That's when you know it's a streets won't forget.
And
It's
Haaland
like-
now and the Dortmund Haaland, there are similarities as well with
Yeah.
Michu that season.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms
Mitchell
of
would
Love
score.
strides,
Mitchell would score some.
finishes,
finishes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it home.
Yeah, the Mitchell
Machine,
would
bro.
score goals.
What
Like,
happened? What do you
I don't
what did you
know,
say to them
man.
kind of footballers like? When,
But that's why it's the streets won't forget.
That's why.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
ended up going to Oviedo, who was his hometown club, I think. But went back there.
I think he went to Espanyol or
Had a
something
few,
like that as well. and he just-
Injuries and that.
Yeah,
but
he
yeah.
came from the lower leagues of Spain. They scouted him, innit? Because they're
Yeah.
scouting the Swansea.
And he was quite
yeah.
28, something like that.
Yeah,
He came
but I
from-
think that's.
Right,
I think that's. You know, you was asking what's the streets won't forget. Mitchell is the perfect because we want to ask what happened to them.
He came.
Yeah.
That's the question we
Blew
want
it
to
up
ask.
and
Yeah.
left.
What happened,
What
yeah.
happened to them?
Yeah,
But we won't forget.
we won't
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
yeah, he was
So that's
quality.
my-
He's fifth on my list. So
The thing is, I know like when we're going for people who did it once and whatnot, but I feel like I've also gone for players who have done it and like they're one of the best, but they don't get considered as the best. And my number 5, I've gone for
That's
Number 6, innit?
mate.
But you go for number 5.
sorry,
it's
number
cool.
6, sorry. So
Save
it
time.
was a toss-up between Nani and Mahrez. I've gone for Riyad Mahrez because sorry,
Okay.
I know when you talk about the best wingers in the league, personally, he will never make your all-time 11.
Mm.
But for me, what he did in that Leicester season, and then what he was able to do, even when he wasn't on it at Man
Yeah,
City,
yeah.
just
Do you think he don't make it because he played for Leicester and City? Because
No,
he played for
it's-
Arsenal and did what he did, or he played for Man United and won the treble and won PFA Player of the Year and African Player of the Year. I think he'd be talked
Do you,
about like that.
no. Do you know why no? Do you know why the answer is no? Because I could make an argument that, because basically I don't think it's him saying he's underrated, but
No, I
you
just
see,
think,
you see Perez, for example.
yeah,
Perez
yeah.
doesn't get the shine that on
yeah,
Rio
exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Perez
yeah.
is literally
You lot had other
perfect
like,
example.
Yeah, yeah,
Perfect
yeah.
example. So like, if you were to, because he plays right wing, if you think of right wing, you're gonna say, oh, all-time 11, Cristiano Ronaldo or Mo Salah. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna say Riyad Mahrez, even though outright he is one of the best ever wingers
yeah,
to
I'm
play.
He'd
not-
argue more talented than Mo Salah,
100%.
And
in a sense.
and that's why I put him in this
I
because
hate
it's
to
like,
say it, man, but
You know you love
is
to say it.
is
You love to
Mahrez
say it.
more talented than Mo Salah?
Oh, one thing.
Comments.
You look at
Comments.
dribbling. Who's better dribbler?
when it comes to
yeah.
technical ability, then yeah, like
Yeah.
there's no
Mahrez
argument, honestly.
I keep telling
When it
you,
comes
Mo,
to- I
Mo
don't wanna
doesn't
turn
need
every
to.
this.
Mo doesn't want to dribble. He ain't got time to dribble. He's only got time for goals and assists.
Yeah, and
he can
and
dribble.
he's
If you watch
relentless.
Mo, if you could watch Mo in his
Don't-
Basel
don't
days,
bite,
Let's
don't
not
bite,
do
don't
this,
bite.
bro.
Bro, I'm not
Honestly,
doing
we
that.
know
I'm saying
Salah's
that. Like,
like-
yeah, I'm trying to say.
But
Yeah.
the
Why
reason
did
why I
you do
put
them?
Mahrez there is because Mahrez,
I'm a grown-ass man.
when he played football, he brought joy. He literally brought joy, and some of the things he did on the football pitch, the first
and
touch,
that's what I think the streets can't forget. Ball.
Mad.
It's about the joy.
Can I say?
mad.
Can I say the streets won't
yeah,
forget
yeah, yeah.
only for the Leicester City shout though?
Yeah.
Man City becomes a bit of.
I
a-
agree. I agree with that.
because-
No, but do you know what else adds
It's
him?
got to be the Leicester City.
Do you know
No,
what
no,
else
no, no,
adds
I
him
don't-
into it?
I-
Because do you know what else adds him into it? Because for me, behind Bergkamp and Berbatov, he might have the third
the
best
touch.
touch I've ever
Bro.
seen in Premier League.
Touch.
Every ball that came over to him,
Bang,
the guy,
bang.
Yeah, ridiculous.
it was
touch.
like 10-10
So-
every time.
So you say
that
something.
is the state of stairs.
100.
Bergkamp, Berbatov, Mahrez, that touch, mad.
So you say, oh, like we has to be for Leicester, not for Man City. But think about it, Man City with all their dominance, with all the trophies. Name me one winger they've had who's had the level of flair and quality that he's had. Okay, maybe not like flair and technical
And,
ability.
I'm not
and
doubting-
to go
I'm
from
not
Leicester.
Yeah, but that's why. That's
to the
why.
I'm
pressure
not
ball
doubting any of that, but
of
one,
City.
I'm using the criteria we
Yeah.
use for streets won't forget.
agree.
He becomes he becomes
The
one of the
platform's
best
too
players.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he becomes
Yeah.
one of the best players the Premier League sees.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know what it is?
I
It's
hear
too
that.
qualified for this.
Yeah,
It's
he's
too
too qualified.
Too qualified.
Not for
This,
me.
for me,
Overqualified.
this is
Yeah.
like a Wilfred Zaha, Nani, Balassi category. This is not a Mahrez
Balassi category.
No, it is.
It is a Balassi
What?
category.
Are you mad?
I
Are
like
you
Ba-
mad?
I like Balassi.
Where's
No,
he
it's
from?
not.
Where's he from? Is he
It's
from
not.
Nigeria? Where's he from?
I am
He's
from
not
Nigeria.
Nigerian.
I said
I just said
Nigerian.
he's not Nigerian.
I just said he's not from Nigeria.
He's not Nigerian.
He's from Congo. Is that why?
Yeah.
No,
Is that
it's
why,
not
man?
why.
Is
I
that
just
why?
said
Nigerian.
I just
Is
said
that
that
why?
I just said
Congo thing.
Yo, it's that Congo thing. Is this a Congo thing?
I just said I like Balassi, but when we talk about Streets Won't Forget, for me, Streets Won't Forget is a player who actually did it over the course of a full
No, it's
campaign.
not.
I actually want to forget Balassi.
Come on.
Hey.
All right, so then
I won't forget
I have a feeling if he's
Brother.
if he's sixth on your list is going to be very bait.
No, it's not going to be bait.
Surely.
Yeah.
It's not
But
going to be
hold
bait.
on,
'Cause
can we
I've
just-
got a
I
name
think it's got
here.
the criteria.
I've got a name here that none of you lot will probably.
So you've done your six.
No,
you haven't.
yeah,
have you?
yeah.
I know
You don't
that
need to
is,
do
isn't
this.
Yeah, I went
He
for
did
We've all
Mo
done it.
Salah.
We've all done it now.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
All right, cool.
So Matisse, 5. Go 5.
I don't mind who goes, but yeah.
Do you know what? My fifth was Mitchell anyway. So
Okay, yeah,
12,
yeah. Come on,
13.
come
yeah,
on.
yeah. John Joe Shelby.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All them guys there.
Them man, yeah. Facts.
Lovely
Good
kit.
start,
A little
good
bit of
start.
gold on the kit as well.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? What was
Come
it
on, man.
3-2 red or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah,
kit,
yeah,
nice
yeah.
kit, man.
Very
I
nice,
liked it,
man.
man.
Brendan
I like that
Rodgers, good
team, bro.
football.
Yeah.
Ashley Williams at the back, captain.
Bro, very good team.
Can't go wrong, man.
That's a Streets Won't Forget team. If we did a team,
Yeah.
that would be the
It's up
team.
there.
Yeah,
He'd be
man.
up there. He'd be up
It'd
there.
be up there.
All
Yeah.
right. Probably more for the older heads here, but I've gone Janino.
Yeah.
Bro.
Middlesbrough.
I've got him in there as well.
He had
Sorry.
a few stints there. You got him as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next.
he had a few stints. So you got him fifth as well?
Yeah.
I think he joined Middlesbrough 3 times over his career.
Mm.
And
He went to Celtic on loan.
And you know what? Actually, they beat Bolton in the 03-04 League Cup final. That Bolton team we was talking
Yeah.
about.
Worthington Cup it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, Worthington,
Yeah.
whatever the League Cup was called then. Yeah. And Janino, in terms of his profile,
Mm.
he was, he was like a David Silva type attacking mid.
He was class,
small,
man.
He could
Class.
strike a ball well.
And that was another
hit
one.
the
He
goals,
played
get
well for
assists.
Brazil, and then all of a sudden he ends up at Middlesbrough. Of all the
Yeah, yeah.
shitholes in England,
It's mad.
is he at
That's the
Lille?
worst
Aye,
place?
No,
Big
no,
up Middlesbrough.
That was
Big up
Janino.
Middlesbrough.
Nah, he's
Pam-
not.
Pam- March.
Yeah, yeah.
The free
That
kick
was
take.
Janino.
Different one, yeah,
They
yeah.
played together
Yeah.
somewhere for
Little
some reason.
Janino, it was
Janino
outstanding.
from Borough was good.
I'm
Yeah.
interested.
He won them. He not won them. He helped win them. Another shout in that team. Janino's my fifth, but Ravanelli.
Oh.
Ravanelli came debut hat trick against Liverpool.
What about
That
Emerson?
partnership-
Emerson, the midfielder
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
afro.
That's
Yeah.
a magnificent.
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
Final
Yeah.
goal, that
Macaroni.
far, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Gundogan broke his record for the
That
fastest
is
goal.
such
hit
a
it.
shout for
Was-
Streets
no, was
Won't
it
Forget.
in that
Emerson.
final? Was
Emerson,
did he-
yeah,
was
yeah.
it- Or was it Di Matteo in that final?
Oh, Di Matteo.
Yeah, but he played that final. Emerson.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
he, the
when you
afro?
lot beat them 2-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Di Matteo scored the
97.
final.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that's
the FA Cup, yeah.
Emerson.
You know, in 2025, if you see Janino here, yeah, I genuinely want to know from like people in the chat. Let me know. Was he one of the shortest
Yeah, it's tiny.
It was
guys
definitely up
you've
there.
ever seen on a football
Yeah.
pitch in the
China.
Premier League?
Yeah.
And you see him, and he looks like a little kid. He didn't even have no build.
No.
He wasn't even stocky like certain
No, no.
players. Like JJ was stocky. You know, other players that we can
Yeah.
mention. He was so
But he was
slight.
to play in Premier League them
And
times. You have
Raf
to
and
be.
the referees didn't. Wait, they don't blow up every second.
No.
They used to. You can fill them in if you want. but Janino was magic. So I had him at fifth. as well.
In them
Magic.
days, though, this is what I'm saying. We've just talked about JJ Okocha, people like that at Bolton, and then it was like Janino, Ravanelli's turned up at Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, yeah.
And it's
love
like,
that, man.
it's mental. It's
Yeah.
just them
Yeah,
days were
Davy
mental.
Striker
Yeah,
as well.
Does anyone?
left-footed.
Does anyone
Yeah,
else?
blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
Does anyone else have a Middlesbrough player in their list?
No.
No.
Because
But
of the-
Emerson, I like the Emerson
Emerson's
shout as
shout.
good as
So-
because Streets won't forget
So
Emerson with a long hair.
Mendieta. didn't he
Emerson
play
had
for
soul
them?
Mendieta
glow.
was Spanish
Remember the
accent.
soul
Yeah.
glow when you used to spray it?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
soul glow.
Proper soul glow.
Mendieta's a strong shout.
Mendieta.
Middlesbrough had players.
Well, they had
I mean,
players.
I
You know
wanna
who else
say-
had players as well? Leeds as well. Leeds had
Leeds
some
had
bad boy
players,
players as well.
I've got a player along the lines of Janino,
Go on.
Georgie Kincladze.
Okay,
Mm.
fair.
King-
I actually
I
expected
feel like you
him to.
mentioned him every single
Nah, I
time. you sit
expected
there.
him.
He was my all-time favourite.
It wouldn't be a
He was in the-
podcast.
He was in my long
He was
list.
churning. He was tying Premier League midfielders up for fun. Twist, turns, nutmegs, just like you wouldn't believe. Goal of the season, gave Southampton, beat all them players, chipped the goalkeeper. We was shit, and we had him in our team. And the thing is, he fell in love with us that much that when Ajax came, AC Milan came, Real Madrid came with the bids, he turned them all down because he was crying on the pitch because he never felt that loved. He should have left, go and further your career, but he didn't. But anyone that watches Kincladze, if you go on YouTube and type in Georgie Kincladze, you don't know. We were in the first division. We played West Ham in the FA Cup. He twisted Rio Ferdinand up, spun him on his arse. Newcastle 3-3. The same 5 or 6 You seen that clip the other night of Liao running and the Napoli players chasing him? That was King Clancy just chasing, trying to boot him and that. And he was just one of them where we spoke before, you had joy watching him. And then you mention it to fans now and they go, I remember that player used to have the Georgian. So the story to him was when he was a kid in Georgia, his mum used to take him dancing, like tap dancing. So his feet were that fast. But obviously, I've met him a few times now, King Clancy, and the guy was just, honestly, I can't describe it. He was just so wasted. I just wish that somebody big would have got him, give him that platform. But he, for me, the streets will definitely not forget it.
That's for you, right? That's for you, because you're a City fan. Just want to confirm, in case you think I'm lying.
No, he's got it there.
For me, he was either 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was so
For
good.
me,
And
he's
he's
1
in
or
my
2.
list, but not
I
so
grew
good.
up watching King Clancy. And for him to be at Man City, it was like, because Man City were not Man City then, right? They were City. Right? He was unreal. He was so good. It was ahead of his
Do you know how
time.
we signed him? Georgia played Wales and he chipped Neville Southall from near the halfway line. And that night, somebody sent our chairman a thing and he just said, sign him. And we just gripped him before it had even gone. In them days, clips didn't go viral. Someone's obviously gone, have you seen this? And sent it. And we got him. And we played Tottenham, I think, first game of the season. I think it was 1-1. Sheringham scored for Spurs. Rosler scored for us. And he was unbelievable. And I was like, where have we got him from?
You think these days we talk about Mahrez's touch, we've talked about Mahrez's touch, we've talked about Silva. Steve, I don't know if you agree. I think he's a combination of both.
Yeah,
He was
well,
unreal.
Because he
Grabbed
would
the dribbling and he could the ball
that
stuck
ball.
to his foot. Like.
That's it. I was just gonna say the ball stuck to his feet, and then not only that, he'd have the most sublime through ball at the end of it. And you think, how did he see that pass? King Clancy was magic.
I remember Vinnie Jones gripped him in the tunnel before we came out by the throat and said to him, basically, you're not going to do anything today. Rattled him up like the Vieira Keane thing. He went out there, just tortured him and scored a free kick, everything. He was
1 or 2.
Can I just say, though, they might be the most streets won't forget team. Wimbledon. Because he just said Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
That original Wimbledon, the crazy gang. They used to have the crazy gang on that thing. Robbie Earl.
Do you know another player that just came in my mind?
Marcus Gale.
Jason
Jason Newell.
Jason
Vinnie
Newell.
Jones. Razor. Did Razor Rudder play for them?
No.
Nah.
Mick Hartford.
Scales.
Scales.
Yep.
Keith Curl.
That
Terry
team.
Phelan.
You don't really know.
Andy
like that,
Murray.
innit? Nah, bro. If you see that team, no one likes to play that team.
Here's a player. You
No one
Chris will
likes
know
that
him.
team.
You'll know him. Sasa Surcic.
Yeah.
He played for Bolton and then Villa signed him big and then he
Yeah.
retired just to go and sleep with pure brass. That's what he did. That's what he said.
know that shit.
No, he said that I've had enough of football. I'm just going in Big Brother in Serbia and just going in hot tubs with birds.
Man. Why not?
The guy's a legend.
Why
But
not?
he was the same Sasa Surcic. It's like, where have you got him from? Technical
Mad
ability.
era. Mad
I
era.
know, mad.
Yeah. I'm going with Morgan Gans Pedersen, should I say?
Okay.
Yeah, listen, for me, you look at Streets Won't Forget, and his goals were iconic. Like the volleys, the shots. That left foot, for me,
Crazy.
was like, yo, man, like, deadly. He scored so many goals against us.
He should have gone to a bigger club.
He should have, man. He was so gifted technically. And I think that he was part of that special Blackburn team. But I just think every time when I look at Premier League years and I just look at wingers, you can't forget Morgan Gans Pedersen, bro. For me personally, anyway. I don't know what you think of him, but
Yeah, he was.
I think he's one of them kind of wingers where such, like, the way what he brought to the table and what he brought to the game, especially in that period where you were looking for new wingers to come about. You know, the normal traditional wingers that maybe you guys were talking about, but this guy was something different. And I thought, yeah, man, like, quality player.
There are
Quality
just some.
player for me.
There are some players. Their ball striking ability
Yes.
never leaves you, and he was just ridiculous
Different
goals.
angles as well, I remember,
Ridiculous goals, bro. I'm just
Different
like,
angles.
how can you
How can you
strike
score?
a ball?
Yeah,
There was a
so
hard
well?
volley that he did.
bro.
Every match, goal of the month.
He was
would
in
have
there.
a candidate every
You
month.
can't, yeah, it's like, yo, you got a month? Yeah, Morgan Gans Pedersen.
Mm.
He's in there.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Can I say something though? But his overall
No,
play,
Wasn't.
it wasn't all that.
It was just the left foot.
do you know what I mean? It wasn't consistent. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
But that's the whole
But
point.
bangers,
That's
yeah,
what makes
you're right.
him
Yeah, set pieces were unbelievable.
I would put like him and like Matty Taylor. You know Taylor
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Portsmouth?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's someone similar where this guy.
But that's when he said no defender. Taylor was the first defender
Taylor,
I thought of in terms
yes.
of some of the goals Taylor
Goals,
scored.
man, crazy.
Yeah.
Halfway line,
And again,
half
another
volleys
team.
and
from
But
that,
that's that,
you know.
ball striking. What Tob's
The
talking about.
Portsmouth team.
His ball striking
That
ability.
Portsmouth team that won the FA Cup.
Cranshaw.
Yeah, bro.
Nico Cranshaw was a shout.
I'm going to tell. I said to
tidy
Saeed on the
little
train
player, man.
before, another player was a legend, Prozinecki,
Yeah, I remember him.
and he
Robert
signed for
Prozinecki.
Portsmouth, and he was like, "Wow, he was some player." Croatian.
Robert
Remember?
Prozinecki
He was bad.
Portsmouth.
ridiculous.
That's also another team. The
Yeah,
streets won't
bad.
forget
Yeah,
that
no,
FA Cup
100%.
winning
Yeah.
team. Like, there's a few
Ridiculous.
players there.
Yeah.
David James.
Yeah.
Van Distan.
I've
This
actually
time.
got another player, but
So Campbell,
who's-
Who's yours?
as well.
Oh no,
Who's
you
next?
said
I've done mine. I said Janino. You said Janino, so it's only Tobes left. man.
Oh, for fifth. I put him in my list. Personal preference for Dimitar Berbatov at Tottenham for me.
Okay.
He's in my list for Streets Won't Forget because I just thought the impact he had at our club when we signed him. He was basically one of the best players in the league in the Bundesliga, and I think the season when we signed him, I think Man United actually wanted him, and I don't even know what happened there, but somehow we managed to sign him. And you know, that type of player that comes into your club and he's a step above everyone else in terms of technical quality. He didn't just have the goals, but the link play. Back then, sometimes he'd play by himself or he'd play alongside Robbie Keane or he'd play alongside Jermaine Defoe. But he was brilliant, man. He was absolutely brilliant. What are you VARing?
Too good.
VAR. I remember in South Africa, a conversation we had.
Yeah, I said you overrate him, but
No, did you say he was overrated?
yeah,
he
I
said-
do think
said
that.
I
He said
overrate Berbatov, yeah.
He said it's overrated,
On the,
didn't
on
he?
He is
the-
overrated.
On the truck.
Did I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
I think,
Did you not
I
say
think
he's
that was in
overrated?
comparison to Drogba.
Exactly.
but
Bro,
doesn't
but
matter.
and that's
still,
why.
you still called him
That's not
overrated,
a
though.
bad
So wait.
comparison,
So wait. Just to confirm, if you call
think
if you call a player overrated, that means
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
rate them.
No,
That doesn't
I
make
hear you.
sense.
You're
No,
fine.
but
You're
the
good.
way you're kind of talking about
right.
it now.
No,
Yeah,
but he's-
at my club for Tottenham. I'm talking
But
about
for
what he
United
did.
as well, he was good.
So
No, he was better at
Because he
Tottenham.
went
He's better at-
basically,
I think he was better at Tottenham.
He was better
when
at
he went to
Tottenham.
United. He hated him.
No,
So you hated
I
him.
didn't hate him at United. I wanted United. I actually like United them times, but I don't think Dimitar Berbatov showed the best version of himself at Man United. I don't.
But he got 20 goals one season.
Yeah, exactly.
He
He
got
helped
20
us win the
No, I get what
2010,
you're saying.
2011
I get what you're
season.
saying.
He was better at
I'm
Tottenham
talking
for me
about
as well.
quality of performance,
Yeah, yeah.
consistency, and relevance and impact to his team.
Relevance.
Because he was
Yeah, he's the main man.
Because he wasn't the main man at United.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
the
but
main
You
man.
know?
But when I said
But he could have been the main man at United.
But when I said
Yeah.
when I said man overrated him,
Riches.
it's because it's because he gets put in comparisons to strikers who, in my opinion, are maybe a cut above him. But
Okay.
in that time when he played for Tottenham, he was the best.
I think talent-wise, he's.
Is he the only
anyone.
Tottenham player you've got?
No, he's not.
No,
Because
no,
I
no,
think
no,
my
no.
number
Wait,
four,
wait,
my
till
number
we
four
get-
is in yours.
Yeah,
list.
wait.
Have you done yours?
Yeah.
No, we'll go back round to me now.
Moving on 4.
Yeah, I was tussling with Van der Vaart at Tottenham, but I've gone even lower much lower in the table, and I've gone Adel Taarabt at QPR.
Okay.
I know he didn't do it
I was gonna say,
consistently.
yeah.
I know you'd even struggle to even say like what is his necessarily standout season, because I think he had like patches when like QPR really needed him and they were in the trenches in a relegation fight. You just see him turn up. But for me, I don't think people will forget Taarabt at QPR. I feel like his way of play is way too damn appeasing, like on the eye. This guy was just literally just strolling, weighting people, just take the ball. Like he'd have a touch, he'd flick it and
Ridiculous.
roll the other way
Yeah.
and leave a man just standing there. The shot as well, like the little inside step, just curl as he'd pass it into the bottom corner. The step overs, the gliding. I just think he was a baller, man. He didn't maybe like attitude or application, consistency, training, whatever, all those things. But in terms of just being a baller, like a street baller, like a proper cage
Yeah,
player,
he was a proper
that's
street
what he
baller.
was, man.
He just couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You picked probably my number one.
Okay.
Because in terms of Streets Won't Forget,
Yeah.
everything that you've said, Streets Won't Forget don't need dedication, discipline,
Yeah.
professionalism,
Yeah.
all of that business. This is not that category.
Yeah.
This is not that show. Go to another show for that
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
This is Streets Won't Forget, and Streets Won't Forget. Go to anyone on the street, ask them Adel Taarabt, they're gonna say, "Wow."
Yeah.
Can I be controversial?
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
forget him because
Wow.
can I tell you why?
Go on, then.
He's talented, but like when you look at what he's known for, the flair, etc., I think there have been much better players in the Premier League than Taarabt. Way better,
Especially in the
players.
Premier League. We're talking
Way
Premier
better
League
players.
as well.
You'll forget him, yeah? So if
Do
someone
you
asks
think?
you...
Do you think in the new era though?
I mean, in the new era, it's
bearing in mind where Matisse started.
So what's your definition of new era? So
no, but basically, so what did Matisse say for his number 6 pick? It was Roque Santa Cruz. So that was one of his early.
yeah.
How many Adel Taarabt types came
After the last
from
20
that
years.
period? Because I agree with you when you include the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But if we're talking from that period onwards, how many Taarabts has there been?
There's a couple. There's one player on my list that I would
Don't
name.
mention it, but I know you.
But
Yeah.
like, there's one. There's
I
another.
I
I
know
can
who that
think
is.
of.
Yeah, but not many.
yeah.
Not bare.
Yeah.
like,
But
not many.
you're maybe you're saying like better players. I'm not picking my best.
That's it.
No, I'm not even. I'm
Yeah,
not
what
even
Grizz said,
saying
what
players.
Grizz
I'm
said,
saying. I'm saying what he's known for, which is the
He's known for
Te-
what streets won't forget.
yeah, the technical
Yeah.
ability, the tricks. I'm saying I've seen.
Are you
bet-
saying that you haven't seen enough in the Premier League? Or
No,
is
no.
it
I'm
just
saying.
general?
I'm genuinely
way-
saying
the
I've
way-
seen better.
The
I've
way
seen
Harry
better
Redknapp
at what he's
describes
good
him.
at for me to
Okay.
say.
The way some of the
coaches.
coaches describe him say that he was like you couldn't tame him.
Yeah.
We couldn't turn him into a professional footballer that would do.
He was wild, wasn't he? Yeah.
Wild.
Go out there, either win us the game or he loses
Or
the
get
game.
sent off.
We don't know what
Yeah,
we're
we
going
don't
to
know.
do.
Yeah.
But in
I
terms
don't
of
think you can forget.
in terms of you can. I mean, I'm
I don't know how
surprised
you
said
forget
that, but each to their own.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I
not
wouldn't say I
forget-
wouldn't
not
forget.
forget.
him,
Never
but
forget.
but I'm kind of like leaning towards Tobes in terms of Premier League. I'm not sure. Championship. Oi, he was doing madness in the Championship.
Yeah.
But in the Premier League, even when I look at 13,
Numbers
14
dwindle,
season when they had Sean Wright Phillips, they had Remy. I see
Yeah.
more of them more than Adel Taarabt. If I'm being honest.
I think
there was one goal
for
he
QPR,
scored.
his name is engraved on QPR more than those guys.
So you mentioned a player right there. So like someone like Sean Wright Phillips.
Hmm.
Sean Wright Phillips was an absolute bad boy.
Yeah.
Like he is someone who would be like an honourable mention for me. I can't put him in the streets won't forget, and then I'm putting Sorry, no.
Yeah, no, I agree.
See, but then so we're changing
But
the
that's
category
what
though.
it means
But
for
Sean
them.
Wright
Yeah.
Phillips was a proper footballer.
I just think
Yeah, but he-
when we
but he
say
went to
streets
Chelsea.
won't forget,
Yeah.
it's where
It's a
I think it's
mixture.
where your inner child comes out, where your football brain don't look at it like that. It's
Yeah.
someone who
Yeah.
inside you go, fucking yes, he's wicked.
There's no
like,
tactical
yeah,
plan.
no.
There's no
What was the
routine.
tactical- what was the tactical plan with Phillips?
It's carnage.
Sean Wright Phillips. What was the tactical plan
Yeah.
with
He
him?
was a right
He
winger.
was
You knew what he was going to
baller.
do. He was a right winger, right-sided attacker. You knew he was on job. He was a brilliant player. What's his name? Taarabt. There's no plan. There's no man market. You can't tell him
Just
to
a
do this, do that.
maverick.
Put him on the pitch, give him a football, and he'll
Just,
entertain the
yeah.
crowd. And the crowd's, ooh,
Edge of your seat.
ooh. That's what you're doing. That's what's
Yeah.
for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Ah,
Fair enough.
I said
Oh, sorry, go on.
I said earlier that you can take a stint, right?
Yeah.
So this my fourth. We're at fourth now, yeah.
Mhm.
My fourth is a 6-month stint. Yeah. West Ham. Anyone guess?
Yeah.
Can you?
Carlos Tevez.
Okay.
I was thinking about. I just
I
didn't know
can't
whether
lie.
to put him from
That's a
West Ham
won't
or
forget
for.
stint because
Bruv.
often,
Kept
you
him
know,
up.
the Man United and Man City eras I talked about the
Kept him up,
crossover.
You know what?
Kept him up
But
there.
that 6 month from January to he
Ridiculous.
kept them up with a goal against United on the last day of the season.
Tottenham free kick.
The Tottenham free kick. He scored like 7-8
Number
goals in
32.
the last. That
Yeah.
because the whole shock of him being there, it didn't work out
The
originally.
whole situation behind it.
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
was it? Kerbishley
Against one of those
came
ones.
in.
What's he doing
Kerbishley,
at
yeah.
West Ham?
Halfway, he comes into the side.
Mascherano there as well.
Mascherano was already there. His integration was a bit better, but Tevez just 6 months into being there, he
Bro.
just burst on and he kept them up, and then
And he didn't start that well for West
No,
Ham.
he
They were
didn't.
like, "What? These two are
He didn't
signed here,
score
big
his first
signings. What are they
until-
doing? They're not scoring." And all of a sudden, it just like clicked.
West Ham got fined
goal
for
at
it,
Old
everything.
Trafford.
Yeah,
that he scored.
Yeah, kept
He
him up.
finished.
kept him up through his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't lie.
As well.
Free kick was nice
Bro,
as well.
So
Tevez
good that
did-
United. That's what I'm saying. United got him on
You know
a
what?
2-year loan and then bang.
You've actually convinced me because I was debating. He's gonna make my list as well. He was a brilliant.
What, here
player.
as well.
He's gonna make my list as well.
Wow.
He's a brilliant
Wow.
player. Brilliant player.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
My number 4, Musa Dembele.
I knew you were gonna say him. I knew you were gonna say
He's
him.
yeah.
Well, the
I knew
streets
you were
haven't
gonna
forgotten
say
him
him.
because they always bloody talk
They
about
talk
him.
about him.
Yeah.
International.
He's gone from one to the other, and
He was
underrated
sick,
to now. I
He
don't know.
was-
if
He's down high on my
Underrated
list.
anymore.
And you
yeah.
know
He
what?
was sick.
But you're right. He was
sick.
good.
I want you talk about.
No,
it.
I
Because
just-
I
I
think
just-
you're not gonna like my opinion on it.
I just thought he was class, and like you say, but he always you'd see things that he was class at, but he just didn't do it more as consistent as you would want. You knew it was in there. Some games would bypass him, he's gone. And then some games you think, wow. And then you hear the ex-pros now talk, people that trained with him, people that played with him, they all mention him in podcasts. They say, who's the best player you play with? Go Musa Dembele. And it's like, so he was a maverick. But I just thought at the time, He was such a good player. I thought he needed that big move to somewhere, but I don't think anyone could tame him.
You know what? I don't think his Fulham stint is spoken about enough because I think
I agree.
I think him at Fulham.
He was good.
I don't know if I'm blurring the lines, but this feels like the Fulham team with Bobby Zamora, Andy Johnson. They were pushing in Europe. I really like Clint Dempsey. I don't know if it's overlapping, but I like that Fulham team a lot, man. That's another Fulham team that streets won't forget, getting to the UEFA Cup final and whatnot.
With Dembele.
So,
with Dembele. So obviously I didn't watch him that much, right? Until, and this is going to be Liverpool fans controversial, but I say it how it is, until he dominated Steven Gerrard at Anfield. Steven Gerrard was in his pomp. Dembele comes along, and I was at the game and bodied, and I went, what? That's my captain, Steven Gerrard. Who's this brother? Turned out he's Moussa Dembele. And none of the Liverpool players, Anfield roaring crowd, it was wet, trying to get the ball off Moussa Dembele. Nah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
He was a one man, I'm keeping the ball. So if you want to give the ball to someone to keep for 30 seconds on a pitch at Anfield, you can't do that at Anfield when everyone's pressing.
Press resistant.
Brother, Moussa Dembele, and that's the day I went, Moussa Dembele.
I'm with
shout out Moussa
Dembele. I'm with you, Steve. I had him in that fourth position. Talk about a player who can, the ball carried ability from Moussa Dembele.
Graceful.
Ridiculous. Strong, but you can't even get near him, bro.
Nah,
he had the ability on the ball to not only someone coming up to me and saying, yo, get off me, man. Drive with the ball.
But
cool.
should have been
The problem is with Moussa
better.
Dembele is when you expected him maybe to do it. And that's why maybe TOBS might come in that aspect. But
his final
when you
pass,
watched him against you, I was like, this guy's too much,
Is
man.
he in your list, yeah?
He's not on my list.
Okay.
It's not in the list.
He's not
No,
on my
hear it.
list.
Because
So
he might have his frustrations with the player.
So it's
And
not
that's
even
the
it's
problem.
not even just that. So because there's two the frustration is twofold. But before I touch on the frustration, I do want to say this. There was a 2.5 year period, maybe even 3, where I actually think he was like top 5 midfielders in the Premier League.
Unplayable.
CM.
Yeah.
Like he was ridiculous. Like we'd go into games, you could pair him with Eric Dyer, sometimes he would just win us the games, like just sheer dominance, technical brilliance. I remember there was a Man United game at Wembley where he rinsed Pogba. There was Man City games. There was Man City games we performed well in. There was Arsenal games. I remember Harry Kane just coming back from injury and we're not in the best of form. He goes to Emirates and he's the best player.
I remember
on the
that
pitch.
game, man.
So like, I
vividly.
think in that period, N'Golo Kante for me was probably the best CM. I actually felt Dembele was probably top, maybe as I said, top 5 CMs in the league in that period. Now, where my frustrations come from is because Dembele always had this quality, but when he first came to Tottenham, he was too, like Steve said, he was too fair weather. You'd play well one game and then he'd play crap for 10 games.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd get injured.
But this is what streets don't forget what doers do. That's what they do. They only come in your life now and again and you don't forget them.
But then here's why
If they're in your life every day.
But then here's why my frustration's twofold, because Dembele, I almost feel bad saying this as a Spurs fan, but Dembele gets all the plaudits and whatnot, but we've had better midfielders. That have
like Rafa van der Vaart.
No, but hear me out. We've had better midfielders that have made more of an impact in a shorter period of time.
Van der
And they
Vaart.
don't get
Yeah, Van der
spoken
Vaart.
about.
See, I feel like you're
I don't
projecting
think it's
down.
about the impact. It's just about who brought you that little bit of joy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking
You know?
about, joy. And that's that.
Van der
I'm
Vaart.
giving away my number 1, but that's my number
You're
1.
getting emotional.
No, but
That's
that's
what I'm saying.
I'm getting
Yeah,
emotional.
it is.
I'm getting emotional because that's
Yeah, but brother, we're not here for the emotion, brother.
No, but
stop projecting your emotions.
I'm not projecting.
on our
But what
numbers.
He doesn't get
did
it.
you just say? You said
Van der Vaart.
you said who gave you that joy?
Joy.
He gave me that joy.
I hear you. I hear you.
He gave me that joy.
Did you run outside in your Nigerian shirt pretending you was Van der Vaart?
Bro, listen, just him.
I hear what he's trying to
No,
say.
but if you've seen him play
Yeah.
football, it's
Mate,
definitely not Van der Vaart.
2010 deadline day. Imagine me as a Spurs fan. We've just made the Champions League the season prior, and we're signing Rafael van der Vaart on deadline day, bro, for £11 million. I can't even begin to explain the joy that he brought me as a Tottenham fan. He
See,
is
I'm gonna say,
brilliant.
I'm gonna use your line.
brilliant.
I've forgotten Van der Vaart, like streets.
That's
won't forget,
crazy.
like,
Yeah, you can. I'm a Tottenham fan.
He's not streets.
He's an honourable mention.
No,
It's
Van
an
der
honourable
Vaart's a
mention.
whole Dutch international, brilliant player and all that, but he's not in my
He's in
category
mine.
when Turkish says
But I think
streets won't forget.
I said this
He doesn't
earlier.
even come out top
His category is more based on quality
quality.
and
That's what I feel.
consistency, in my
Consistency.
And
opinion.
it's all different.
Yeah, it's different.
Well,
Well,
he's gone Dembele. He's gone Dembele.
And it's also
Who's your fourth?
technical quality as well.
I didn't have Dembele in there. I did. Dembele is in there as in terms of one of the lists,
position.
but not on my short list, but not in my thing. Hatem Ben Arfa,
Shout. He was on my honourable mention.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Maverick.
Baller.
Like, I don't know if you guys seen that goal.
Now we're
like
talking.
that famous
That streets won't forget.
like
now we're
that
talking.
goal.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous goal. Like to score
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
Bro.
goal, that's Maradona levels of goal.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I reckon he didn't speak a word of English. I don't think he
don't
understood
think he cared.
tactics. I'm just gonna say, I don't think he cared.
As long as he could read his
I don't
wages.
think he trained like fully. But he was pride and joy on that pitch. Like, he made you smile and stand up and sit on the edge of your seat every time he got the ball, left, right. The things you do. He's the one that game would be mad fast, but he would just slow down when Ben Arfa got the ball.
That was a great crop of Lyon players because Benzema was part of that crop as well.
Yeah.
And they were some ballers coming out of that academy, man.
And
Just
all in
France
that
in general,
creative,
just-
attacking variety as well.
Yeah. He was brilliant at Newcastle.
He was
Great long range shooter,
the crowd,
dribbling.
The Newcastle fans absolutely
He
loved
was edge of your seat player.
Yeah,
He was. It's a shame because he would get the step up and he wouldn't quite perform, but then he'd take a step down. So yeah, I can't remember, it was either Rennes or Lille. He went there and he battered up that league and got himself moved back to the big leagues with PSG. He
you know the kind of guy he was. You know, we all play 6 aside.
he's sporadic,
Big
but he's
fish,
a
small
baller.
pond.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know we all play 6, 7 aside, right?
Yeah.
And we always had one player. Give me the ball.
Yeah.
You're pissing me off.
Ball hogger.
Yeah.
You're all pissing me off. Give me the ball. Watch this.
He's a ball hogger.
And he'd do it now and again, but that now and again you think, why do you do that all the time, bro?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
good are you?
Yeah.
And then he'd say, I can't do it all the time. Don't worry. And that's it. That was Ben Arfa, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was next
Shout.
on my list, but I think for me,
Like
like,
third on yours, yeah?
yeah. So you're gonna be further, yeah.
Who's your fourth?
My fourth.
It's going to be like Ronaldinho or something.
R9.
Gareth Bale.
Oh, no.
Gareth Bale.
So because I went with you with Carlos Tevez for
So you went Carlos Tevez fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, you agree?
Yeah.
I'll say no more. Third then.
Yeah.
We know you're third.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
links up with
Yeah.
Third on my list, Dele Alli at Tottenham. Yeah, and you're looking at me like that, but that period of 2 years that he was playing,
respect.
he was doing a madness. And he was getting call up to England. He was scoring great goals. He was at that period, he was looked at England, oh, that's the next one up. That's Sterling for England. That's the next wonder kid. He was he not like a 2-time young player
he won
of the year?
young
You don't just
PFA
win
young
that
player of the
award
year
by
back to back.
accident. Like I think,
back, yeah.
and this is because the fact that you even frown. I think a lot of people forget just how good Dele Alli was at Tottenham, just purely because of the way his career panned out afterwards. He was
I can't have him.
No, I'm with Matisse.
for me. He goes down as the streets won't forget.
You know-
Absolutely.
you know
I
why
think
he got
does.
Streets won't forget in terms of maybe impact in a short space of time, but I'm sticking to your description of like who brought you joy.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Listen,
Dele,
if
I
was
love
on a
him.
night out with
Quality
him and he
player,
got some
but
balloons in and a few beers, he probably
Joy
would bring
off
me
the
joy.
pitch. You know what I'm saying? Joy.
No, but the thing is, though, he's right in terms of his impact, what he brought in that period, though. And it makes it even more, I want to say sweeter, because it's sad the way his kind of career is gone, because it's where his kind of career is gone.
Yeah.
That's why it becomes the streets won't forget, because all you remember is between 2015 to 2018. That's it.
I
don't
think he's
forget
going to
after
be,
that,
the
it's
streets
ever-
are disappointed in you.
that's
So, yeah.
That's the next video.
That's the next video.
Listen, we all thought he was the next England. He was going to carry us to World Cups and all sorts because he was brilliant. But he's just gone down the drain. And we know he's had his problems and that, but he's been given a chance to do it, resurrect himself. He's not done it. And I just, no.
Yeah, but the thing is, he came from MK
He makes me
Dons.
sad.
Nobody knew about him.
Makes me
He came
sad.
from MK Dons, went to top for 5 million.
meteoric rise.
Come on,
Yeah.
meteoric
It makes me
rise.
sad, man.
I feel like it fits the journey of
I think,
a player who come
It
out of
does.
nowhere.
It does.
And he gave us 3 good years that I'm like, oh my day.
No, not
Remember
3 good
Dele
years.
Alli?
He gave us 3 tremendous years.
That's
years.
why I'm so surprised you lot are
Tremendous.
not really
I'm
feeling
fully
the
with
suggestions.
Matisse.
No,
I'm fully with
I
Matisse.
said it's. I said
I'm
it's
not
an
saying he
honourable
was a
shout.
skiller. I'm not saying he was a baller, like skiller like that. But I feel like that period of time, his name was in everybody's mouth. Like
It was.
you couldn't not talk about him. It's not like as if this guy was just doing a decent job and he's just going under the radar. He
The only
was
thing is,
he was
though,
up there
The
with
only
some of
thing
the
is like the
again,
streets. You know, we have
joy.
to now determine the streets.
Yeah,
All
the
that Are we in the
streets, yeah,
barber
yeah.
shop? Are we in the
Okay.
local road?
Yeah,
Because what
yeah.
you
Well,
just
okay.
what you've just
You know what I mean?
described
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's like Opta stats. Opta stats is
Yeah.
like Dele, he's top.
Yeah,
he's
he's
top.
yeah,
All the
yeah,
goals,
yeah.
assists.
Maybe not in the barbershop, the streets.
If
They
you're
might
in a
not say
shisha,
Dele Alli.
yeah, if we're in a shisha bar, we're chilling. Are we really?
Are we
Dele
saying
Alli?
that? I'm not gonna lie, we're not.
We're not saying
But
Dele Alli.
if we're on a podcast, we're established people. We're talking about Dele Alli. We remember that.
That's what
You know what I'm saying, broski? Like,
Okay.
remember him. But it depends. Streets. Does he fit in there? Then
Probably not.
you know.
I'll give mine, and it's controversial. And again, you don't probably say, "Oh, he's gonna name all the big
Come
players."
on.
But guess what? I'm putting Santi Cazorla in my list, bro.
No, that's
putting-
that's it.
That's
Santi,
fair enough.
That's your
Santi
best shout,
Cazorla.
probably.
Santi Cazorla
You gotta
is
appreciate
one of
this moment.
Santi Cazorla is one of the most underrated players I've ever seen play football.
Yeah.
Ever
Yeah,
seen
he
play
is. He
football.
is.
Brilliant. Like, no, you say, but like,
But you know what?
And
I feel like again, man. It's like, bro, like he deserves the recognition. We know what he's
but
about.
he doesn't get
No,
it.
but he's
So
a
that's why I'm
footballer.
putting him. That's why I'm putting him straight.
Did he bring you joy though?
Yes.
Nah, he did bring
Yes,
joy. I
he
can't
did.
lie.
You know
bro.
what it
He
is?
was
Yes, he did.
baller.
Again,
Nah,
I
this
feel
is
like
the
he's,
shout.
I feel like
This shout's
he's
been awful.
overqualified to be.
Yeah, he's
Why?
overqualified.
Why-
I
why
can't
is
lie.
he
He's
overqualified?
overqualified.
Because Streets
Yeah, I
Won't
hear that
Forget
as well.
is about, for me, somebody outside of the streets wouldn't remember. So you have to really be in tune to really remember them. Like
Yeah.
Streets Won't Forget. It's not everybody remembers.
So who talks
Everybody
about?
knows
I
Santi
don't think
Cazorla.
Who talks
I
about
don't think
Cazorla?
so, man.
Yeah,
Everybody
who
knows
talks, no,
Santi.
but who? Yeah,
Don't
you say
think
that,
so.
but who talks about him?
He's always
Who? Yeah.
like
go
in
with.
the Arsenal Emirates era.
Emirates
That's
era,
one of the first, like, you reel off your Rosicki's, your Cazorlas, your Alexander Flebs, your Wilshes, your Ramseys. Everybody knows about Arsenal's 10s and floaters.
but
in the second era.
Also, are we
Like-
saying now? Because I feel for me, we have to separate underrated and Streets Won't Forget. They're two different.
Yeah, you're
categories.
saying he's underrated.
He's
No,
underrated.
I think
yes.
we've mixed up the
Yeah, I
Yes,
think he's
I agree.
underrated.
Yeah,
but
but
don't
it's
mix the
everyone's
two.
personal
But-
opinion.
but
what
I
Streets
hear
Won't
it,
Forget
but
is.
we're mixing the two.
But what?
But it shouldn't be.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, we are mixing the two.
Yeah.
But that's my again. It's my view. I'm not
I
trying to
hear
bring
you.
it.
Yeah.
But the reason why
Why'd you
I'm
hear it?
the reason why I'm
because you know I feel sorry for
Because
him.
it is
I hear
hilarious.
it,
I feel sorry for him.
the reason why I'm saying he's a Streets Won't Forget player is because
Yeah.
when I watched him play football, he was a joy to
Gareth
watch.
Brooks.
I'm literally going with Steve's.
Yeah, yeah.
Who can I think of in the last 10 years that actually gave me joy playing? He gave me joy.
Nah, both
You
footed.
get him the ball. He can wriggle out of pressure. He can beat players. He can pass the ball.
pass.
He can strike a ball. He can score free kicks
Left foot, right
with
foot,
left foot, right
ridiculous.
foot. He goes to take a corner. You don't know what foot he's going to use to take the corner. He was brilliant, bro.
Great
Like
read.
brilliant player. You don't make like, and this is why. So when we're talking about like a Taarabt, like
Yeah.
that's why I'm like. So when you ask me, oh, can you think of play? I can think of someone like because Taarabt cannot sniff the level of quality Santi Cazorla has.
Because Cazorla's a better player. That's
But,
why.
but that's my point from a technical perspective. He can't. And if we're
I
putting
hear
Taarabt in a category of Streets Won't Forget because of his technical ability, there's so many players in the
Yeah,
Premier
but I
League.
didn't put Hazard in this.
Yeah, but
No, but
you
he
did it.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. No, but he's got a
You're
point. though.
saying technical, bro. Of course,
No,
technical.
but
yes.
Hazard is better than like,
Streets Won't Forget.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
technical level though,
Yeah.
Hazard and
World won't
Cazorla.
forget.
I don't know how you
Cazorla-
forget an Arsenal player that played that many games at the Emirates Stadium. I don't think that's like a niche guy.
Injuries ruined it, though. innit?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
like,
his level
just-
should have been.
Still
up
playing,
there.
by the way, he's still playing for
Just-
Real Oviedo.
Just
For
because
free.
we're on that
Right.
topic.
Do you want to know
'cause-
something?
Just because we're on that.
I'm a shareholder in Real Oviedo.
Are you?
Just putting it out there.
Bomber.
Swear.
Why do
Remember a few years ago they were going bankrupt.
Yeah.
They appealed for people to buy shares to save the club.
So get
And
Cazorla in,
I
let's-
bought shares in Real Oviedo. So
Really?
if I go to Real Oviedo, I can go there for free because I'm
let's
a
get
shareholder.
Cazorla.
Yeah,
on the front, man.
get me a signature. Get me a Cazorla signature.
Trying to save the, trying to save
Yeah,
the,
man.
the clubs, man.
Okay.
Back
Let me
in the
message
day, you know?
Indicalia, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
man.
Bomber.
Yeah, but in the segue from
Yeah, yeah.
the that era that you're
Third
talking
place,
about and
yeah.
everything, yeah, it's not my third. Yeah, he's probably my fourth, but because it's been mixed up and all that. Abu Dhabi. Now Abu Dhabi was 6'3" or 4 even, but he had the like you always associate 10s and skillful players or quick feet players with like 5'10", small diminutive. Yeah, this guy was 6'3", could hold it up, could flick, could box to box, could finish. He had it everything. And again, you only notice when you have personal trauma experience. And he came to Anfield. Boy,
That
he
game was
terrorized.
iconic.
Yeah, iconic.
That just killed me when he said he could flick. Flick, what?
Yeah, like first time flick, or he could get the ball.
He could flick.
And
And
he-
he can shoot, he could flick.
No, he had
Flick it on.
he had that vision, he had that flair and quick feet, like probably size 16.
Injuries
man.
killed him, innit?
Yeah, he just killed him.
That's
should have
Jack
been
Wilshere.
should have been in that French, that French
That's the
era. That French era of midfielders and players. He should have been Abu Dhabi. Should have been the king of them all.
I'm gonna swap.
Abu Dhabi. Arsene Wenger used to wax lyrical about him, and I used to enjoy watching him. When Wenger signed him, whatever, that era, that period, I thought he's gonna be the Vieira-esque. He had Vieira-esque qualities, but with a silky touch and flair as well. So for me, streets won't forget Abu Dhabi, and I think hopefully the comments in the chat back me up on that.
My number 3 was Andre Kanchelskis.
Yeah.
The thing is with him, I'd never seen anything like that when I was a kid. It was raw pace, raw power. Get the ball, smash it on the outside of the fullback, roast him for pace, cross it, or roast him for pace round, get in the box. And for Manchester United, watching him, he was literally like, you was just dead. Schmeichel would grab it, launch it up the pitch, Kanchelskis one-on-one with the back four, he'd kill you. Like you say, and he played for Everton and Rangers, etc. But I just think he was the rawest form of a winger I ever seen as a kid, because we didn't have the inverted wingers back then. It was like Peter Beagre and people like that who go on the outside.
Oi,
and
Peter
I know, yeah,
Beagre.
Peter Beagre with a back.
You've got me thinking now.
Yeah, Peter Beagre.
Peter Beagre. These lot won't know Peter Beagre. Turkish will remember Peter Beagre. Wow.
And that, but they were the wingers, but Kanchelskis was the best. I watched him at United. I used to think, wow. And then we signed him.
But he was a machine. He was like boring.
He wasn't boring.
He was just fast and power.
Yeah, but it takes some skill to control the ball at that pace. And
he was a menace, 100%.
The goals he scored for United in semi-finals at Main Road against Oldham and stuff like that. Hat-trick against City in the 5-1 at Old Trafford. He murdered us alive.
In this day and age, right? Like the kids of today, right? Aesthetically, they would say, Andre Kanchelskis, like, he's like just a pace and power merchant. They'd call him a PMP merchant.
He wouldn't.
Postage and packaging.
He'd be told to take a touch and pass it back.
No,
he wouldn't be technically good enough to go.
Do you know what I mean?
Them days, it was. Remember when we spoke about a few years ago that someone will one day build an old-fashioned 90s team, 2 big centre-backs, 2 big DMs, 2 wingers go out and out, and a 9 and a 10. And do something madness. Well, that you need him for that, because he was the best.
The perfect prototype.
He was just
that generation.
No, proper.
I hated him because he played for Man United, but I watched him and I just thought, fucking hell, he's so good, man.
Players.
So good. But for me, he was just one of them. I'd never forget him. He's on my list as a kid of being one of the best I've ever seen.
Who hasn't done theirs? I haven't done mine.
So I've done mine.
Kanu is my player next up.
Okay.
Listen, some might say he gets, the credit he deserves and whatnot, but that's generally, I think, in world football he does. But I think his stint at Arsenal, 2 league titles, and the role he played, bro, as a baller, when we're talking the touch of a football, when we're talking skill,
for a big guy as well.
When you mentioned Moussa Dembele and how he can hold players off, Kanu was doing that. He'd come on for us certain times with 5 minutes to go just to waste that 5 minutes. Because he could just bring the ball to that corner flag and just hold off 3 men at the same time. But he could also do the silky stuff in the box. He's had multiple quality goals, but the hat-trick against Chelsea, when he rounded the keeper and then buried it from the line, curled it round, and was it over LeBeouf, I think, them times? Yeah, it's Kanu for me.
Kanu was a baller.
The streets won't forget baller, man. As a pure footballer.
Kanu, I'm backing that fully. Kanu, you get angry Kanu on that pitch. Yeah, it's over.
He didn't look like a footballer, though,
He didn't look like a footballer.
Just tall, big square head, massive feet,
long
but
arms.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
But
you think,
you
what's
score
this?
goals that you think, you like, move's dead.
He'll
He
get
scored.
it. His toe will just get onto the
scored.
ball and
They missed.
And that goal for me, the iconic goal at Chelsea.
Oh, that's the
Stafford
streets
Bridge.
won't forget.
That's the streets won't forget. That kind of
Streets won't
goal.
forget that goal.
yeah.
Nah, ridiculous, man.
The hat trick is one of the streets won't forget hat tricks. That's
Kanu is iconic.
So for me, Kanu, I think he's an Arsenal player. Cazorla did come to mind. I think with Diaby, I understand it, but I think with him personally, it's streets won't forget what could have been rather than what he done.
Didn't do enough.
Kanu,
I'm with you.
Cazorla is
I hear that.
shots for
I'm
me,
willing
yeah.
to accept that. You're right, actually.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Fair shout.
top 2 now, yeah?
Yeah, top 2.
Yeah.
Top 2. I will go, and I'm going to put. I think for me, when you look at stints, Dimitri Payet.
My second as
That's
well.
literally
He's
my
my
second.
second.
My
Let's just take on my
second.
second.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so we just celebrate.
Absolute baller, bro.
Okay,
I mean,
Sorry, absolute
I
baller.
was getting worried about time, but yeah, that was
They
cut that.
had the Cadio before that, but Kanu was his own player, but he came in from Marseille, I believe he came in. I said to myself, yeah, but it's one of them typical French players that you think, you know what, man, like, it's another one that would probably see him not do well, but technical ability, bro, like,
technical ability,
ridiculous. He can run a. For me, the key thing was not only dribbling but running the game, bro. Edge of your seat, free kicks. What was that free kick? Was it against Palace?
What the
looping one?
The looping
Bro,
one.
the looping. Oh my
was
days, bro.
and then it just ended
Ridiculous,
up
bro. Like in terms of when he came into West Ham, bro. Like I was always thinking, yo, West Ham are playing Dimitri Payet.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm here to watch Dimitri Payet, bro. And for me, when you look at what embodies the streets won't forget, I think he's high up there, man.
Oh, yeah.
What a player. Like,
Absolutely.
I wish to have had him. And he came in like at 29.
27.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
he
what's
was
he doing at West Ham?
But he
West Ham.
was always talented, like
2 years in a row.
ridiculously teched out. But for whatever reason, no one took the punt on him
no
after
one.
Lille. And then he went to, I think he was at Marseille.
Yeah.
But like West Ham just said, you know what, we're going to take a punt on you. And that season, he was
That's probably
brilliant.
why it didn't ever work
Yeah.
out for him.
Homesick,
He
yeah.
was definitely on my list.
Yeah.
A list. It wasn't like he didn't reach the
Honourable mention for you.
Yeah, honourable mention for me.
Mm.
My obviously, I already said King Clancy was number 2, so mine's
Okay, King Clancy's
so,
number
I've
2
only got
for
number 1 left. So
Yeah.
go
I
on.
put an
Yours.
honourable mention in for my former 2, which was MATISSE at Newcastle. That season that he had, or even half a season,
Half a
6
season, to be
months
honest.
coming in from
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Bundesliga.
He
Him and
went-
Demba
he
Ba up
went
front.
I think we should
He
add,
went
can we not add them
crazy.
as a duo? Like, I know it sounds... 'cause
Yeah,
obviously,
I hear
was-
you.
There wasn't.
There was a
Yeah, there
duo,
was a
yeah,
duo,
yeah.
man.
Bro, he went
No, we
crazy.
should have another segment
The
about
goal,
duos.
the
Yeah.
goal that he scored at Stamford Bridge, that right foot outside the right boot over
Nuts.
check, like half volley from that like angle was just
Yeah.
disgusting, bro.
Disgusting.
He got him and Dembele basically got Alan Pardew a 7-year contract. They changed his life,
Brother.
or 10 years actually.
yeah.
They changed his life. Got up to 5th place, didn't get Champions League, but yeah, stupid.
That was like Me Too-esque what he was doing. Like,
Yeah.
That's sick. Like, I couldn't... Like, it was one of the... It was them, I think it was you that was saying like,
more
oh, it's going to stop. It's a
productive.
purple patch. And I'm just
Productive,
like, I couldn't believe what they were doing. Like,
Yeah, week in, week
It was
out.
like 13
goal.
goals in 14 games, actually.
The goal
Guys,
against Chelsea.
wouldn't you say Demba Ba more?
No,
Nah.
I'd
think
actually go
equally, man.
Pape because I think
Demba Ba
I'll
done
say
stuff
Pape
Demba Ba done
Cisse.
stuff that streets
Demba-
won't
Demba
forget.
Ba's
Ba's
definitely
the
a streets
better-
won't forget.
Right.
And better, I think he's better all
better
round.
player.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
much better.
But I think in
As a
that
duo.
I hear
period,
that
that
month.
6 months
his impact was
went crazy.
Demba Ba
I
was
think
dirty.
the goal for me, the goal at
Newcastle.
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But that how he managed to... Well,
That's when we
see it.
thought, oh, he might be a freak.
yeah.
We might have a problem here.
That was a crazy goal.
Yeah, signed a new contract
Everything was
and
just
that
going in. Everything
Yeah.
that he was touching was just turning
Can I
into
just
goals.
put honourable mention then in that case?
Yeah.
Because you've got me thinking, and I'm an old timer. Tony Yeboah.
Tony Yeboah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pure chaos.
Yeah.
Crazy
If
goals.
you're in the streets, don't forget
Absolutely.
that.
No,
What
he
he-
he deserves
60
it.
minutes and
He
it
deserves,
75-yard
yeah,
volley
yeah,
off the
Like,
bar.
Tony Yeboah, like wow.
My number 2 is a player that was absolute just chaos. You couldn't control him, you couldn't tame him. But he's a legend in the Northeast. Faustino Asprilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sounds like a drink.
You know what?
ultimate streets
Barcelona,
I didn't have
Champions
him
League,
here, but-
St. James's Park, Faustino Asprilla murdered him.
Yeah, I remember.
Man City main road as a kid. Kevin Keegan comes to town. 3-3. Faustino Asprilla on the score sheet. Elbows Keith Curl in the face. Headbutts him. Gets sent off. Madness. Liverpool, the 4-3. Faustino Asprilla. Outside of the boot. Goal. Night outs in Newcastle. Everyone up there remembers him.
The celebration.
Long shirt.
The flips.
Yeah, the flip and the
Yeah.
long shirt, chewing gum. Don't give a fuck. Give me my boots.
Nah, he was-
Laces
that's
undone.
brilliant.
I'm Faustino Asprilla. I don't give a shit.
Streets won't forget.
He was a maverick for me. But that night at Barcelona, like he just made it so easy. Barcelona's come St. James's Park. Faustino. What did he score? Hat-trick that night?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow. Tino Faustino. If he was another one that if he committed himself, he was already a legend, Palmer and that. If he committed himself,
Nah.
the world was his oyster. But I mean,
Can't
Tino.
tame him.
I just remember that game against City where he was mint 1 minute and then next minute his elbow Keith Curl in the face, his head butted him, he's got sent off, and it's like he's just Faustino Asprilla was just
He had those moments.
the street
quality
baller.
player.
He was a maverick. He was one you'd pay to see. You said
100%.
we're playing Newcastle that weekend, and they only had him. You're paying to see Faustino Asprilla, and even the young uns in the chat. Go on YouTube, Google whatever Faustino Asprilla. The guy's
100%.
mental, and I just think he was like everything about.
You know
street
what's
ball
sad
is him.
about him? I didn't think of him, but he's 100% in this.
Yeah.
Wherever you put him, even if it's honorable mention. But he's on the, like, as soon as, you said streets won't forget. They are forgetting.
Yeah, you're forgetting
with
him.
him.
Yeah.
Because I've left him off this list, but as soon as you said his name, all those moments, was it Channel 5 UEFA Cup them times or Channel 4?
Channel 4?
It was Channel 4, yeah. Then he went to Channel 5 when it came out.
But he used to watch Italian football on Channel 4 and he played for Parma. Thomas Brolin, Faustino Asprilla played for
to be in there.
But when he signed for Newcastle, I think he made his debut against Middlesbrough. And he was doing flicks, turns, little Cruyff turns in the. He was
Now
doing
you know what I mean by
lots-
flicks.
Yeah, he was doing all sorts of shit that people were like, "Whoa, what's he doing?" And then the Geordies loved that up there,
Yeah,
you
they
know.
loved it.
And they just and then when big Barcelona come to town and he just turned it on, it was like, and they should have won the league, man. They should have won the league. You know what I mean? They took right off the ball. They should have won it, but I think Tino was sensational. I'd love to meet.
Mentioned him, though.
I'd love to meet. I seen Matty Renton, the Magpie. Big up Matty. I think he met him the other week. He was in Newcastle. He said, "Legend."
His
I was so
his
jealous.
son plays somewhere, Asprilla's son, no?
I'm not sure.
Watford, that's not the one at Watford,
I'm
is it?
pretty sure Asprilla's son plays somewhere that.
Because there was a
Double
winger
check
at
that.
Watford that Asprilla.
Asprilla,
Maybe it's just the same
I'd
name,
love
I
to
don't
meet
know.
him. He's unreal.
Yeah. No, good shout.
We
good
number
shout.
ones.
We're at number 1.
I've
Listen,
already named mine.
I'm breaking
so
my rule.
What was yours again, just to remind
Van der
you?
Vaart.
Van
Van der Vaart is my number 1.
I'm breaking my rule. This guy's too good to be on this list, but I have to mention him now because I haven't said a Chelsea player. Zola.
Okay.
I think for me, that's a good shout.
Yeah, Zola, he's probably top 2 most teched out players that ever played for Chelsea, really.
I don't mind that shout.
Yeah.
actually.
Along with
yeah,
Hazard.
yeah.
I don't know, like
It's class. though,
yeah,
man.
I didn't
He's
know if
class.
it was if he belonged in this
from the-
category, but I just feel like, boy, I just so many moments. Obviously, not my era growing up, but going back and looking at it, you have to watch him. You know what I mean? Putting people on their backside, what he did to Jamie Carragher.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
some of the
iconic one.
goals,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
back heel
Norwich,
flick from
yeah.
the corner,
Close.
the
He
free
was a
kick,
baller.
Or the
like,
goal
the
for the
touch.
yeah.
The
And
back
the
flick
baller.
from the corner. I think it was like
Corner.
yellow stripe.
Joy.
Brilliant.
Wait,
Wait,
Brilliant.
We
bro.
mentioned in the taxi Ida Good Johnson.
Yeah, honourable mention.
Beautiful player.
Yeah.
Bolton
Checked
again.
out.
Yeah.
Checked out.
Zola, I always
Zola was a
looked at
baller,
him,
man.
especially them times. Always in terms of his support striker role.
Mm.
For me, Bergkamp, Cantona, and Zola. were
Yeah.
the
This
top
is what
3.
I was gonna say. That's it. What you've just said there. Is it like when you think of that era and like they weren't an out and out striker, but they played behind the
Yeah,
striker.
yeah,
Like,
number
Yeah.
10s.
Yeah.
It was
Like a
them
CF,
three.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Zola was the original number 10s. Simple as.
Yeah.
Franco.
The Premier League got introduced to number 10s with Bergkamp and Zola.
Yeah. I just think,
They were
bro,
the pioneers of the number 10 in the Premier League.
the
era.
way he was able to just twist and turn, bro.
Bad boy.
So
Bad
small,
boy. Bad boy.
light on his feet.
Yeah, it was a good.
He was-
And a
You know what's
top
the
guy.
best?
You know, a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. In
Yeah.
terms of like
Nice
a
guy.
stand-up gentleman, bro,
Gangster.
You didn't
He-
mind if he broke your heart
he was
because
he
he's
was
not a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy. He's a nice
Yeah.
guy, man.
he was a quality
N'Golo
guy.
Kante, innit? Oh, well.
Yeah.
He just won the Champions
Yeah.
League.
You know
yeah,
what?
he's
Them
fine.
type of characters there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Quality guy.
continue the some of the theme of the nice guys that you
Go on, don't
always
spoil it.
smile
Don't spoil
watching
it.
him. So good they named him twice.
JJ.
JJ
Yeah.
Kotra.
Same, we might as well.
That's my number 1.
That's my
Number
number 1.
one. There you go,
Fair,
bro.
fair,
I
fair.
respect you know what I mean? I
Number
just-
1?
I respect it.
No,
putting
don't
an
spot him.
Niger
Don't
boy.
spot him. Don't spot him. You're the
Yeah, the Arsenal.
JJ.
I hope the
As a Nigerian,
Nigerians.
as a
I
Nigerian.
hope the
Yeah.
Nigerians
If
out
it's
there are
Congo, it's
watching
not. On to
this
him.
man
That's
here.
mad.
On
Boy,
to him.
I hope you're
Listen,
watching.
as a
Man,
Nigerian,
put
you
a
don't have him
Dutch
on there.
Van der Vaart first instead of his
unfortunately-
Niger countryman.
Unfortunately, JJ didn't play for my club. He's very near
Man,
and
he
dear.
don't play for
But he didn't play for
Yeah,
my country.
yeah,
No, 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 no.
exactly.
It's different when they play for your club. Van der Vaart, there's a special place. There's a special place.
Bro,
Bro, JJ Okocha, in my
You're
opinion,
crazy.
honestly, in my opinion, is the closest thing to a Ronaldinho that's ever been
Bro.
in my era of
The
football.
African Ronaldinho.
I'm not saying he's
As
close
good.
enough, but let's get this straight as well. Ronaldinho has said that JJ helped him as well. PSG.
Yeah, of
they played
course.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
But in terms of profile of player, we don't even outside the Premier League, JJ Okocha, there's not many players
Skills,
like
man.
that.
That's the-
and at
that's-
Bolton, he had the skills, the
Bro.
tricks, the Ray
Bro.
Parler flick over the
Yeah.
head on the.
That's
he-
iconic.
That
That's
2
the
years he
there.
had.
He's the best Nigerian footballer ever, right?
I'd say,
I'd say
from
so,
my
yeah.
perspective, I'd
Just
say
ever, just period.
I'd
Yeah.
say
I
baller.
think when you thought about this idea and content, right? When the title comes up,
Streets won't
Streets
forget.
won't forget.
I knew who number 1 was.
You
yeah.
just knew, it wasn't even hard for me.
You just know
It
what
wasn't even
comes
hard
next.
for me.
For me,
It was
yeah.
disrespectful for me to not
That's
put him in
it.
there.
That says it all.
So you're calling me disrespectful?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
you are
Yeah,
disrespectful.
especially you because you're Nigerian. I think.
Listen to me,
I
you
thought-
are
I thought he
disrespectful.
would be in
I've got
his,
2 night. I've
You
got
got 2 Turkish
Kanu.
brothers. Yeah.
Stop
No, I've
begging
got
it, man.
I put
Oh,
the
you
Turkish
press
guy had
right,
to get
yeah.
in.
You got more of a Nigerian passport than him.
He hasn't
Stop
even got
begging.
one
Not one.
Nigerian
Stop,
player in it.
Yeah.
just
To get what I'm
Almost
saying,
putting AD
disgusting.
just
Disgusting.
begging.
Disgusting.
You know what?
I know you want to be
Nigerian.
Nigerian. I know you want to be Nigerian so bad, but it's not gonna happen.
I'm
Just
good. I might take
just
your
be ha-
passport, bro.
just be happy.
Leave it before you leave.
be
bro.
happy being
I
Irish.
don't mean your
man.
British one. I mean the
Be
Nigerian passport.
be
you got.
happy
Leave that
being
one,
Irish, bro.
What
Leave-
colour is that passport, G? Tell me.
What, the Nigerian passport?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
green, obviously.
Yeah, leave that here for me, man.
Oh yeah, leave it for
Nah,
what?
listen, man. I think for me,
The only
it's
green
there,
you know
man.
is the Irish,
Yeah,
the
man.
Irish passport.
Couldn't play for a bigger club, but listen, man, Bolton was nice, man. Sam Allardyce, you know what I mean? Like he even made Sam Allardyce like dancing and that, bro. You think he's like British manager, but even Sam Allardyce was cultured. He was part of the mandem. You know what I mean? So I just think, yeah, man, he was quality player, man. And that skill, like I said to you, bro, I remember watching. What the hell's he doing?
If you've got to read Sam Allardyce's book and how some of these signings came around.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it's like the guys, you've got to give him credit for it,
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna check
I think
my-
he ended up going to fly to persuade him to sign, and JJ was like, whatever. And then he came back to Bolton thinking, I don't think he's going to sign. And then JJ was that impressed with him, got in his car and drove to Bolton from Paris and just rocked up at the Reebok and went, I'm here to sign. And it was like, I think Allardyce had something about him. If you look at them caliber of players,
Bro.
Bolton knew where they was in the food chain.
Talent
We talk
ID.
about food chain.
Yeah.
Now, this is what made it surprising. Middlesbrough, you could maybe say they probably went for Gibson's money at the time because they were throwing a bit of cash. But Bolton didn't have the cash. It was purely on Sam Allardyce selling them a dream, whether he's promising them pies or bread or something. But I don't know. But to get that caliber of player to come and sign for Bolton Wanderers at the time, and it was the biggest mistake in Bolton Wanderers history that they never backed him. He asked for money before the Champions League to get into the Champions League. They didn't back him, and then they lost him. And then look at the club now; it's sad. Really.
Yeah, it is.
Well, 3 of us, JJ Okocha then, yeah?
Yeah.
Not even, don't even need to elaborate on that. Everything that
Yeah.
you lot have said, JJ Okocha. As soon as you've thought of the content, number 1, and then the rest come underneath that.
Then you think about everything.
My
else,
number
yeah.
one's different. My number one is somebody that he's an icon to me. He's absolutely streets won't forget. Mario Balotelli.
Oh,
Shout.
I think for what he did
I'm
for
not-
Manchester
yeah,
City at the time, the impact, the iconic goal.
from his perspective. I
Balotelli.
think-
That term,
Aguero.
I'm saying, you're not forgetting
See how
Balotelli.
when he said
Right?
Coutinho, from his
Balotelli,
Yeah.
Aguero.
perspective, I get it from his-
You're not forgetting
Right? The
Balotelli.
song. he's
One's
got an
a
al-
bit crazy,
he
but-
goes to Dynamo
One's
Kiev.
bad.
Goes to Dynamo Kiev. Says he can't play because he's got an allergy to grass. He's a footballer. Yeah, gets caught driving around Moss Side with wallets, loads of money in the glove box. We've seen it all in Manchester, didn't we? Taking all the homeless
fireworks
people
and that's
to
crazy. Yeah.
hotels on New Year's Eve and things like that. But then on the pitch, never missed a penalty. 2 best games for Man City: FA Cup final, against Stoke, FA Cup semi-final against Man United. Wound them all up, winking at United fans and all that.
Nah, he's
But
a
he made
streets
one
won't forget.
assist in his career. Balotelli, Aguero,
Yeah.
and the goals he scored with his shoulder bump. Getting sent off against Arsenal when we're going for the league, he don't need to.
6-1.
He's just mental.
Why always?
The pre-season.
Yeah, why
Why
always
always
me
me, yeah.
burning his house down? As a maverick street won't we get footballer, when you mention Balotelli, no matter who you support, everyone has got a smile or a tale to tell about him. He's that crazy. And for
Maybe
me,
you sold it well. I can't.
Yeah,
I get his
the
angle.
Man-
I get
his angle.
I get it.
honestly, the City fans, you mentioned Balotelli, everybody loves him because he was that kind of character. He was just mental. You know
Mad
what I mean?
that he's loved
Mental.
because he actually done so much fuckery.
He did.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say.
He scored the goals as well. He got us to where we needed to be, and he was just him and Mancini scrapping, him and Mika Richards scrapping. There's so many tales
He's a
about
great
him
shout.
what to have, but I just think for streets won't forget footballer. There's nobody more insane and mental than Balotelli, and the fact that he walked away with a Premier League title, and then he went everywhere else. He was never the same.
Yeah, he didn't hear
Never,
his lines.
never
You know
looked the
what,
Went to
same.
yours, and he was
But-
cooked when he went to yours.
Yeah, he never
Yeah,
went.
he was
Oh,
awful.
That was a shocking period, honestly.
Shocking.
Wrong club for him as well.
It was the wrong
Yeah.
club. The best club for him was City because the City fans just knew that this
Yeah.
guy was mental, and we sort of like a bit of that. And he was, I mean, like you say, some of the things he did to do United in the semi, and he Rio Ferdinand trying to grab him, and he's winking and all that. You
I
love that
actually-
as a rival.
I
100%.
actually think he was a good player. Like somewhere
was.
in there.
Look at the goals
Yeah.
for Italy in that. In the
Great
World
player.
Cup.
That iconic Germany goal.
I
He
was
could have been
I
like.
actually think I was actually
He could have been. He
excited.
could have been something.
I could.
He could have been
Are
a
you
legend.
ready to
Yeah, he
kill
could
me?
have,
Are you
easily.
ready- Are you
Here we
ready to
go.
slaughter
Yeah,
me?
we're
Here we
here
go.
for this hot take.
Here
Are
we
you
go.
ready to slaughter me?
Here we go.
When we signed him, I was a grown ass man, obviously. Still, I was old then as well. I got a shirt with GRIZZ on the back.
Oh.
That's disgraceful.
End the stream, Dave.
I
That's
think we should end there.
disgraceful. That's
I think we have to end there.
That's
Because
sickening, bro.
that's absolutely.
Like
Grizz
Yes.
Otelli or Grizzatelli?
Grizzatelli. That's
Oh my
crazy.
Oh
God.
my God. Doesn't
Alright.
even sound-
Can we have a moment of silence, please?
No, let's just end the
Grizzatelli.
content.
No, I think we should have a moment of silence.
End it. We're well over.
Should we just end it there?
End it.
Yeah,
end
just
it.
I think we should end it there.
End it, end
I
it.
thought we're friends, man. I
End
just
it,
wait to
end
tell
it.
you, look, because we've
Grizzatelli.
it's not often
Can you actually imagine writing that out?
Yeah,
Like the
Who
vids,
printed that?
subscribe.
I paid a lot
Love
of
for
money
the
for
love.
that.